friends, welcome to this video on circles. In this video, we will discuss about concyclic points and a theorem related to it. First of all, let's understand what are concyclic points. A set of points situated on any circle are called concyclic points. So in this circle, whose center is O, all the points located on its circumference are concyclic points. Friends, if we are given three non-collinear points K, L and M, then we know that we can draw only one circle passing through three non-collinear points. So we can say that these 3 points are concyclic points. If we take a fourth point N here, and if it is situated on the circle, then we can say that these 4 points are concyclic points. But it is quite possible that it is situated either inside or outside the circle. In such cases, you cannot say that these 4 points are concyclic points. Friends, without drawing a circle also, we can check whether the 4 given points are concyclic or not. Here, join the points L and M. Now by joining both the points L and M with K, draw a triangle LKM. Similarly, draw a triangle LNM. Friends, if the angles LKM and LNM subtended by the line segment LM at points K and N are equal, then we can say that these 4 points K, L, M and N are concyclic points. Friends, this is according to a theorem, and its statement is somewhat like this. If a line segment joining 2 points subtends equal angles at 2 other points lying on the same side of the line containing the line segment, then the 4 points lie on a circle. That is, they are concyclic. Let's check the correctness of this theorem. Draw a figure with the help of this statement. Draw a line segment PQ which subtends equal angles at points A and B. This means angle PAQ and angle PBQ are equal. Now, we have to prove that these 4 points, that is PA, B and Q, lie on the same circle. This means these points are concyclic. We know that there is one and only one circle passing through 3 non-collinear points. Let's draw a circle passing through these 3 non-collinear points P, A and Q. You can see that this point B is also situated on that circle. But without proving, we cannot confirm its correctness. Suppose point B is not situated on this circle. So point B can either be on the interior or the exterior of the circle. Then this line segment PB will intersect the circle at any one of the points S or S dash. If these points PASQ are on the circle, then these angles will be equal, because we know that angles of the same sector are equal. But we are given that these 2 angles, angle PAQ and angle PBQ, are equal. This means angles PSQ and PBQ will also be equal. But here, points S and B are located on the same line segment PB. Friends, this is possible only when the 2 points S and B coincide, that is, they are one. Therefore, we can say that point B is situated on the circle and passes through points P, A and Q. So, these 4 points P, A, B and Q are concyclic. Similarly, point S dash will also be coincident to point B. Repeating the same process, you can pause the video and prove this. Thus, we proved that if a line segment joining 2 points subtends equal angles at 2 other points lying on the same side of the line containing the line segment, then the 4 points lie on a circle. That is, they are concyclic. That's all in this session. Today, we discussed about concyclic points and a theorem related to it. See you in the next video with one more question based on this. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to this video on circles. In the previous video, we discussed about concyclic points and a theorem related to it. Today, we will solve a question based on it. So let's start. In triangle ABC, points P, Q and R are the midpoints of sides BC, CA and AB respectively, and AD is perpendicular to side BC. Then, prove that points P, Q, R and D are concyclic points. Friends, we are given that in triangle ABC, points P, Q and R are the midpoints of side BC, CA and AB respectively. So according to the midpoint theorem, line segment RP will be parallel to side AC and it will be equal to half of it, which means it will be equal to AQ, and line segment PQ will be parallel to side AB and will be equal to half of it, that is, it will be equal to RA. The opposite sides of the quadrilateral AQPR are equal and parallel, therefore it will be a parallelogram. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal, therefore angle QPR and angle A will be equal. Let's call it equation 1. Friends, we have to prove that points P, Q, R and D are concyclic points. If we prove that angle QPR and angle RDQ are equal, then we know that if a line segment joining 2 points subtends equal angles at 2 other points lying on the same side of the line containing the line segment, then the 4 points lie on a circle. That is, they are concyclic. You can pause the video and try to prove it. Point R is the midpoint of side AB and RQ is parallel to BC. So, RN will be also parallel to BD. If in triangle ABD, if we use the converse of the midpoint theorem, then we can say that point N will be the midpoint of side AD, that is, DN and AN will be equal. Friends, look at triangles ARN and DRN. AD is perpendicular to side BC. This is given to us. And as you can see in the figure, AN and D are in the same line. So AN will also be perpendicular to the line segment RQ. And angle ANR and angle DNR will be equal to 90 degrees and RN is the common side. So from equations 2, 3 and 4, we can say that triangles ARN and DRN will be congruent according to the side angle side congruence rule. And we know that the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Therefore, their corresponding angles will also be equal. That is, we can write angle RAN and angle RDN as equal. In triangle ABD, according to the angle sum property of a triangle, we can write the sum of these three angles to be equal to 180 degrees. And you can see that angle ADB is a right angle, so we can write angle BAD as 90 degrees minus angle B. Angle BAD and angle RAN are the same. That is, angle RDN, or we can say angle RDA also, will be equal to 90 degrees minus angle B. Similarly, we can obtain angle QDA to be equal to 90 degrees minus angle C. Pause the video and obtain it yourself. According to the figure, we will write angle RDQ as angle RDA plus angle QDA. And now, we will substitute the measure of angle RDA and angle QDA in this equation and simplify it like this. Friends, we know that the sum of the three interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So, if from 180 degrees the sum of the measure of these two angles is subtracted, then angle A is obtained. So in equation 8, we can write it as angle A. We got angle RDQ equal to angle A. Let's call it equation 9. Now, from equations 1 and 9, we can say that angle RDQ and angle QPR are equal. These two angles are the angles subtended by the line segment RQ on point D and point P. Therefore, we can say that points P, Q, R and D are concyclic points. Friends, that's all in today's session. Today, we solved a question based on concyclic points and a theorem related to it. See you in the next video. Thank you.